The fourth annual Turkey Classic featured super late models with a $2,000 to win top prize. A strong field was on hand, including the previous year's winner, Kenny Essery. With nearly 190 total cars, the track would go through major changes throughout the event. The top 8 cars in passing points redrew, and at the end of 30 laps, Justin Wells was first to the checkers. Only one caution slowed the race. Here's coverage of the feature event from RacinDirt.com. Good evening from the Springfield Raceway, and welcome to RacinDirt.com's coverage of the 4th annual Turkey Classic, where the late Model A main event is just getting set to go green. The top 8 cars in passing points were a part of the redraw, and Rylan Long and Kenny Essery will start on the pole. They'll see the green flag coming off at turn number 4. Long and Essery lead the field down into 1. They're side by side all the way back. Good runs now for Comer down the back straightaway in the 83. Morlock runs in the 4th spot. Wells and Sullivan running 4th, 5th, and 6th. Now Justin Wells gets a good run on Morlock. He'll slide up into the 4th spot as they come around to complete lap number 1. Top 3 cars go up to the high side. Wells the first car to duck down low. Wells now up to 3rd, looking to take over 2nd from the 18 of Rylan Long. Kenny Essery out front in the double nickel. The Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer out front. Yellow flag on the speedway. Yellow flag coming out as we've got 1 lap in the books. Caution on the speedway. So we've got 1 lap in the books. Jesse Stovall tonight will restart from the 9th position here with just 1 lap down, carrying the fast track action cam. As Essery leads the field back to the green flag, the field will now pick up the pace through the middle of turns 3 and 4. We're back underway here at the Turkey Classic. Essery, Comer, Long, Wells, and Morlock, your top 5 car. Boy, Kenny Essery looked good winning his heat race a little bit earlier this evening. Now they're 3 wide for 2nd. Wells to the low side, Comer in the middle, Long up top. They're able to keep it all sorted out. Everybody stays clean on the racetrack. Here's we got 2 down, racing on lap number 3. Essery, Wells, Long, Comer, Jack Sullivan in the 1, the GRT house car. The AAA Diesel Bryant Motorsports number 1 out of Greenbrier, Arkansas runs 5th. John Anderson on the move in the 2 car as well. Anderson looking to take over that 6th spot. We got some debris out on the speedway, but the cars will kick it up out of the racing groove. Will stay green. Kenny Essery out front. Wells 2nd. Long 3rd. Good run for Sullivan now. He'll dispatch Comer and take over the 4th spot. That'll shove Comer back to 5th. Now you got a couple of GRTs running 3rd and 4th. Long in the 18 out of Greenfield, Missouri. One of the young hot shoes in the Ozarks, running strong here tonight. Long had a nice redraw starting up front for tonight's 30-lap A main event, now being challenged by the veteran Sullivan. Now Sullivan will take over the 3rd spot. We got a battle up front for the lead. Last year's winner, Kenny Essery, being challenged hard by Justin Wells. Wells in the TNT race car out of Aurora, Missouri, who wrapped up his 3rd Show Me Racing Series championship. And he won the last 2 championships as well this past season in that number 98 Patterson-Wells Motorsports TNT chassis. Essery now back to 2nd. Sullivan all alone in 3rd. Long runs 4th. Battle on the track now is a little further back between the 22 of Alan Vaughn and the 14J of Stovall. Stovall out of Galena, Missouri, driving the Steve Russian Motorsports. Russian towing Swafford's Amoco, Hatfield-powered Larry Shaw race car. Stovall no stranger to the top side, running the high groove as Anderson gets around Comer. Stovall now looking to get around Comer as well. Wells in the 98 up front. 2nd place, the 55 of Kenny Essery and the 1 of Jack Sullivan. That's the battle on the racetrack. It's for 2nd now as the cars spread out all over the Springfield Raceway. Sullivan now takes over the 2nd spot. He'll shuffle Essery back to 3rd. Fast way around, at least through 1 and 2, appears to be on the low side. All your lead cars, aside from John Anderson, running the low side through 1 and 2. A little bit higher through 3 and 4. Wells comfortably out front. Sullivan all alone in the 2nd spot. Essery runs 3rd. John Anderson now looking to take over the 4th spot from Rylan Long. Anderson in the 2. Long in the 18. Stovall in the mix as well right there. Boy, good battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack. John Anderson's taking it over. Stovall now. He'll pull up beside Long in 3 and 4. Lap traffic making it hard for these guys to find anywhere to race. Stovall Stovall looking to get around the 14 as well. They'll make it 3 wide coming off at turn number 2. Stovall up top. Now he'll split the middle. And Stovall has the position. He'll shuffle long back another spot. Now Alan Vaughn looking to put the 14 a lap down as well. All the while back up front, the 98 of Wells. Picking them up, putting them down. Here as we hit the mid portion of the 2010 Turkey Classic. It was a beautiful afternoon, turned into a crisp, cool evening here at the Springfield Raceway. Looks like looking for a battle on the speedway. It'll be for the 4th spot between the 2 of Anderson, the 14J of Stovall. A battle for 4th spot. Anderson runs 4th. Stovall runs in the 5th spot. John Anderson, his first ever visit here to the Springfield Raceway. Broke a shock earlier tonight in his hot lapping session. Repaired that, promptly went out, won his heat race. Looking good here tonight so far. He's dispatched 2 of the 5 cars. He's got 3 in front of him right now to duck down to the low side through 1 and 2. Now down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. He's up here towards the top of the speedway. He's gotten around 4 of the 5 cars. Looking to put the 115 of Shane Essery a lap down as well. Boy, Jack Sullivan didn't want to see Wells get around the lap traffic. It'll be smooth sailing for the Aurora, Missouri veteran once he's able to get around the 115 of Shane Essery. Now Wells will work the low side. He and Shane battle side by side. Essery not giving an inch. Wells out front looking to go to victory lane. White flag coming out for the 98 of Wells. One more time. He'll be content to run the low side through 1 and 2. Wells now down into 3 and 4. Coming off at turn number 4, your 2010 Turkey Classic champion, Justin Wells. 2nd place will go to the 1 of Jack Sullivan. 3rd spot to the 14J. Where'd he come from? Jesse Stovall runs 3rd. Kenny Essery 4th. John Anderson rounds out your top 5. So again, your top 5 cars: Justin Wells, Jack Sullivan, Jesse Stovall, Kenny Essery, and John Anderson. Those are your top 5 cars. For Wells, this will mark his first Turkey Classic victory, and he's back to victory lane here at the Springfield Raceway.
We drawed one of the highest numbers here and started in the back of the heat, and I thought, just, you know, get a good starting spot. I never thought I'd get to the redraw, and ended up being on the pole and redrawing 6, and I thought my night's over again, but man, we just had a race car.
You had 5 cars in front of you at the late stages of the race, 5 cars that you were trying to put a lap down. You got around 2, you got around 2, and then it was pretty tough to get around Shane Essery, but I guess at that point it didn't really matter. You saw the white flag there, and we're content to ride.
You know, kind of slowed down them last couple laps. I had my guys tell me I had a good lead, and I made it through the big mess, and I just try to finish them last few laps there in one piece.
You won the 4-state race last year. You win the Turkey Classic this year. You're kind of developing quite an knack for winning some of the big races.
You know, I've lost a lot of big races, so it's cool to win 1 or 2 big ones for a small guy like me.
And Hoffman's Trophy, where's that rank amongst the coolest trophies ever?
Oh, I tell you what, I always give my trophies to kids and friends, but this one's going to stay with me and Ken Patterson. It's a one of a kind.
We drew a 5, which we would have started 5th, I think 5th anyway, so you know, whatever. But yeah, we had passed a lot of cars there, and we got going, and you know, lap traffic kind of come into play there a little bit. He had to fight them too, but no, it's a good run. I can't complain. It's the first time we ever run this car. It's one of Dickie Allen's car, AAA Deuce Service. It's a good car, and we just kind of was up here eating Thanksgiving, and I just thought, well, since we're up here, might as well try to make a day of it. So.
What do you think about a race in Springfield on the Saturday after Thanksgiving? It was a little bit warmer last year. You always had to fight the weather, but you know, I think all in all for this part of the country, it is a pretty good day today.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, it ain't too bad cold, you know. And I got to thank Joe Hoffman putting it on. I mean, this is a racy racetrack. That's the only reason why I come up here, because you know you can race all over this thing. You know, the best man won tonight, and Justin Wells. Congratulations to him. And yeah, no, hats off to this. For having enough kahunas to put this on a weekend like this.
You know, screwed around there in the heat race, and I just was a little bit mad at myself because I didn't feel like I got it done and got, you know, a starting spot where I needed to be in that top 8 and redraw, and kind of mad at myself for that, and pretty hard on myself about that. But you know, all in all, it turned out to be a good night.
You've had a couple 40-lap races here this year, and you've raced here in the past as well. You got to go a little harder now that it's just 30 laps. Is that something that factors into your mind, you know, going 30 as opposed to 40?
Yeah, when the track's wet like that, you know, you can go pretty hard because you're not going to be as hard on tires, and it's cool outside. Tires don't get as hot, you know. You don't have to pace yourself as much. It's pretty much go no holds bars all the way to the end, you know, from start to finish.
Is this probably the last race until what? Probably Arizona, maybe? Do you know?
Yeah, this will probably be our last race until Arizona. We talked about it just a little bit, but we haven't made any rock solid plans just of yet. And you know, I hope I get to go out there.
We get some good footage on that fast track action cam.
Yeah, I hope so. That's gonna. If it ain't any good, then I don't know what can be any better, because that we had some pretty hard racing there, some lap cars and some of them other guys running the top and bottom, about running off the end. You know, you guys ought to have pretty good footage on that deal.
All right, and here's your chance to secure your sponsorship with Hoffman for life. Him having the wherewithal and the ability to put a race on like this a couple of days after Thanksgiving and do it consistently and deal with the crap and stick with it. And it looks like these last couple of years have really paid off. What's the talk around the pits? Is everybody you know, just extremely grateful that he's able to do this and does it for the racers?
Oh yeah, we're all, you know, really grateful. You know, he's lucked out these last couple of years and had some pretty warm weather, you know, and I think that they'll, you know, if the thing keeps getting bigger and bigger like this, that it might turn into a 2-day race, and you know, once he gets his water truck figured out, he'll probably be okay. You know, he really works hard at this racetrack, and he really does a good job. You know, week in and week out, I guarantee you that people come from all over the country. I know Jack can tell you, and Justin Wells, and a lot of these guys. There's not a racier racetrack around here, and you know, it's a very hard deal with this cold weather. You know, he knows how to work one with the warm weather. When it gets cold like this, it's tough on him. You know, and he just got this new dirt. He put new dirt on there, so you can't complain. You know, I mean, this track, he got out there at intermission and graded that thing off, and 30 laps wide open just as fast as we could go. And I mean, the crowd, I know they probably a lot of them left because of the cold weather, but you know, Jerry did all in all do a damn good job.